So on this 2001 Prius you seen in video 1, we had 16 psi of pressure in the system. Not enough to run it. And we went to the sight glass and it was clear and clean. It's not gray or chalky or black. There was no signs of a UV dye in it from before. I mentioned that in video 1. There's no visuals of leaks on this system. I recovered the refrigerant, and what I took out of here at 16 psi was 25 grams. So there's 25 grams of refrigerant at 16 psi. Now most shops would say, that's nothing. It's not even worth hooking up to the recovery machine to take out or turn on. Just bleed it out to the air. It's only, 1 ounce basically. Well, just think it. You're bleeding that 1 ounce of refrigerant into the air, and you're about to go through a procedure of a leak test using a sensitive leak detector, whether you have an infrared leak detector or a heated diode leak detector. You just leaked out 1 ounce. Now on this other one that I recharged back in 2018 on the 7th month, this one had 60 grams of refrigerant, and this is the one that has leaks all over the condenser that you've seen in video 1 with all the glowing green spots all over the place. So 60 grams, and that was enough to start the system because the pressure was high enough to go above the low pressure cutoff switch to turn it off for safety. It was above that pressure, so it was enough to start the system with only 60 grams in it. No, the pressure switches do not save your system from going low and not running. That is a falsity. You're listening to false facts if you listen to somebody. So on this system here, of course, tested the refrigerant. Even though I know I did this one a couple years ago, somebody could have came behind me at another shop they could have went to and had it filled out with time with contaminated refrigerant. So even though I see that I did it before, I still test the refrigerant. I come up 100% pure refrigerant, no air, and what you can see mirrored right here. And then on the other car, on the 2005 over there, 100% refrigerant, no air. So in both cases I recovered the refrigerant. Got 25 grams out of the one that had 16 psi. Got 60 grams out of the one that had 58 psi in it. And right now it's under recovery mode, and I have it recovered down to 571 microns. And that's it for this. This one will be getting a condenser because it's glowing like a Christmas tree with leaks all over it with the UV dye that you've seen in video 1. That one I still don't know. Now I have to fill that one up 100% with refrigerant to its full factory capacity and by weight, and run it through a complete series of tests before condemning any product. See you in video 3 coming up on the 2005 Prius.